What's up, chat? I just noticed I've already got a bunch of people in the chat here. I was just getting ready. I was trying to eat some food. Was it ASMR? We might be doing ASMR stream. I was actually going to post. I think I'm going to post a stream here. What did I just do? Stream URL copied. Okay. Go. Let me see if that worked. Okay, it did work. Okay. Oh boy, hair day. We gotta get our hair cut, man. What's up, everybody? No masticating on the mic. Thank you for not eating on stream. Well, it's gonna get awkward. It's gonna get awkward. Actually, I don't have anything to listen to at the moment, so I don't need to put the huge headphones on. Let's make this a little smaller. Switch this over to full screen mode. What is up, everybody? Yeah. So first announcement, I am going to be taking a break from the investigation for at least a few days during the holidays. I may retweet stuff. I may still post, but I'm not going to be going as hard as this. I might even change gears and stream just some lighthearted stuff. Like maybe I'll play some video games I haven't played in a while. Like the beard. I don't know if there's a beard. I just haven't shaven in a day or two. Got the orb cut. It's been a long day, folks. We did like 6 hours of filming today. I'm wiped out, man. Mellow Demon was here for the last few days. He's been helping out a lot with whatever we're working on to try to get the information out there. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but we did a bunch of filming of stuff to kind of, I mean, at this point I'm very well versed in filming and recording information related to the case, right? So probably tonight it's going to be a little bit more laid back. I want to work on the all evidence, answer questions you guys have, kind of figure out as well for what's, what does come next with this, right? I mean, we're still got a lot to do with MH370x, but, what is this movement? What does it mean? What do we work on? One of the things that we're going to be looking at tomorrow is another situation about a 1970 case where a guy seems to have, I don't know if teleported is the right word, but gone further than he should have been able to. And we're also going to review some research related to Dave Rossi that he's worked on. It's kind of a research paper that looks like it talks about and tackles the idea of the Akuberi drive and some of the stuff that we've been looking into. So tomorrow should be a really good one, a fun one. Yeah, well, let's look into that. The PB on Reddit. It looks like Punjabi Batman was permanently banned. Looks like Punjabi Batman was permanently banned. So let's do a little recap of some stuff. Yeah, the orb material science. So if you guys see this LK99, I recommend you guys check this out. I'll put the link in the chat if you guys haven't. I'm guessing you guys all did. But this LK99 thing here is coming back. Now, 6 different Chinese universities have found some evidence of superconductivity near room temperature for LK99, which is huge. Any room temperature, any superconductivity near room temperature would be Nobel Prize winning, based on what we already found out from the PBS documentary. So this is pretty huge. And this article here mentions the U.S. Navy getting involved in it, which I think they've already figured out, frankly. It'd probably be old news to them. So, and then of course you've got people in the comments who LKNN is bullshit. I mean, this is like as anti-science as you get, right? What's so many people like being ignorant and then like claiming stupid stuff? Like, dude, did you study it? No, you didn't. So why would people be making claims like this? Let's take a look at Punjabi Batman. So what exactly happened to Punjabi Batman? Also, look at this recreation. Look at this recreation. This took 5 hours. So I think we can conclusively state that this video could not be easily recreated because this isn't even remotely close. It's not even remotely close. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be here. And I don't want to dismiss the work that this person put in, but they didn't get anything right. Like, they could put in another 10 hours and still not going to be remotely close, right? And I don't know what that was supposed to be. Is that was supposed to be the Zap? Is this the Pyromania VFX here? Is this the Pyromania VFX? Yeah, perfect recreation. What is this? A shadow appears? So I actually reached out to this person. I DM'd them and asked them if they would stream for another 5 hours and show us how much more they could do. Because the reality is, first, I don't think that they did this in just 5 hours. I guarantee it took them longer than 5 hours. And the second part is, the easiest part is to do this part right. The reason why people don't proceed is that getting all the details right, it gets progressively more difficult, right? It gets harder and harder and harder. And that's why we know the videos aren't fake. Because all the small details, there's no discrepancies anywhere. I look at this and we could come up with 100 things that are wrong with this, right? And this is somebody who's copying an existing work. The person that would have made our videos would have been doing it completely from scratch. They wouldn't have had the benefit of staring at the real video. This isn't even a 777, but that's aside the point. But the big thing is that you can tell how fake the plane looks while it's flying. This is the hardest part to fake in our real video here. Like, ours doesn't look like just a random model flying through the air. It looks like an actual plane. Theirs looks like just a silhouette of a fake plane, right? The shake, the camera shake, the pixelation from it being nighttime and night vision, like, it's significantly different, right? As well as that they wouldn't have any idea what it should even look like. That's the other part of it. The idea that it goes off the screen and comes back, like all of these small details, not to mention the orbs with their heat signatures that are spinning on their axis, the actual heat signature in the belly that's moving accurately. Like, this is a real video of a real plane, guys. This is just some CGI crap, right? It's not even remotely close. Not even remotely close. And this is using 2023 software and computers. So, like, yeah. I appreciate this work and time they went into it because it pretty much proves that our videos are extremely difficult to create at a minimum, at a bare minimum. It's going to take a studio to make this, to make no mistakes anywhere. So props to this person. And they turned down my request to stream for another 5 hours because there's no way. I mean, if they stream for another 5 hours, they're not going to get anything done, right? It's not going to get any better. There's too many small details. And this is, again, copying something you're already looking at. The details are what take time, right? Frame by frame editing. Doing a first pass of just something that's not even remotely close is the easiest part, right? That's the easiest part. And of course, when you read the comments, we won't go through all the comments, but that's pretty much what all the comments are alluding to. The hilarious part about the comments, though, is how offended the debunkers are. Because people are just laughing at how bad it is, right? And they're so offended. Somebody spent their time on this. You should be respecting them. It's so disrespectful. I'm just like, holy crap. These are the people that crap on me. This is like, can you get any more hypocritical, Reddit? Can you get any more hypocritical? Somebody does a hilariously bad remake that isn't even close, and they demand that everybody gives it a bunch of respect. I actually do a real investigation, and then they're just poo-pooing and they're laughing about, getting tricked by a felony. It's like, these people are the worst scum on the face of the earth. These people are the worst scum on the face of the earth. I think so. That's why the corridor crew didn't do it, right? We know why the corridor crew didn't attempt it, right? Because they would have just looked like jackasses coming up with something super fake looking. That's why they only spent 5 minutes. They probably realized early on that any recreation they did would look hilariously bad, right? And that when they did that, that we would just dunk on them. That's why the corridor crew didn't even bother to recreate it, because they knew that they were garbage and they wouldn't be able to come up with anything that was good. It's pretty obvious now when we see that effort. Obviously, the corridor crew cannot recreate these videos. Doesn't matter if they have 1 hour, 5 hours, or 5 weeks. They're not going to recreate the videos. Because it's a real video, right? It's a real video. Anything they do is going to look fake, for sure, because that's what fake things look like. So, no, that's what I told him. I told him to keep working on it. I said, work on it for another 5 hours and stream it so we can watch. And, of course, he turned down the offer. Because these people aren't, like, honest. I guarantee it spent more than 5 hours on that as well. Okay. No, the best part is they think that video somehow proves it would be easy to make. That, like, they're so delusional that they think that doing a crappy remake proves that it would somehow be easy. It's like, but wait, you completely failed and you spent 5 hours on it. That doesn't prove that it would be easy. If anything, that proves it would be hard. Like, the confirmation bias is insane. That's not how logic works, guys. If any Redditors are watching, you can't completely fail and then claim that you won. That's just you patting yourself on the back for not doing well. That's like participation trophy level stuff. If that guy was honest, he would have come out and said, yes, I failed. It's a lot harder than I thought, and it's not going to be able to be done in a few hours. Instead, it's like, I'm not even that good of a VFX artist. Well, okay. That's you saying it, not me. So, Punjabi Batman got banned off of Reddit. Permanently banned. This was a joke, by the way. This is a joke. I actually asked him about this, guys. And he told me he was joking when he said something about the videos being fake. This is literally QAnon. This is your brain on CNN, folks. This is your brain on CNN right here. This is literally QAnon. I can't. Reddit people are just so stupid. So stupid. Reddit's the biggest source of brainwashing on the planet. There literally is no such thing as QAnon. Okay? It's not a real thing. People are like, but people said that they follow QAnon. That doesn't mean it's a thing, man. Jesus. Has PB ever posted it while AF was on stream? Are people really still trying to connect me to Punjabi Batman, a guy who's not even an American? Is he ever like actually people really trying to connect me to this guy? He's literally not even an American, guys. I can't believe Redditors are just like this dim-witted. It's like they're the ones who are rag on other people for believing conspiracy theories, but they want to say that Punjabi Batman is David Grush, that I'm Punjabi Batman. Punjabi Batman's EBO scientist. It's just like, doesn't that make you the weird conspiracy theorist? Like, you're coming up with nonsense. Doesn't even make sense. Oh, nice. Oh, wait, what? What? Tomorrow with Dave Rossi and Bob Grenier? Oh, man, you guys, I'm going to be with people who are, like, way smarter than me, man. God damn it. I'm going to have to prepare. Wow. Yeah, Bernie, that's going to be sweet. Guys, if you read Bernie's message here, Jeremy, Bernie, me, maybe Dave Rossi, and maybe Dave Grenier, or Bob Grenier. Ooh, that's a spicy meeting. Reddit used to be good, but then yes, it did get captured. Ash Joby Forbesman. Yeah, guys, I'm secretly Punjabi Batman. You guys think I would do like all the weird video stuff? I can't even edit a video. I have no idea how to color change channel a video. I literally just... Oh, sorry, I'm going to be eating on the stream for a second. I'm starving. What can I say? I had to post Punjabi's videos because I don't even know how to do the stuff that he does. But yeah, Reddit used to be good, guys, back in the day. I think it's 7 p.m. tomorrow for this stream. Reddit used to be good back in the day. It used to be a place where, back in the days of like 2008, the first Obama election, you could actually like get the election results of a presidential election on Reddit before you'd see it on CNN. Sometime between like 2008 and 2016, it just went, the feds got control of it and it just became total garbage. Sad. Okay, well, so he's been banned. How do we check users? How does that work? OMG, rip. Permanently banned. I'm pretty sure even if you're temporarily suspended, this doesn't show up. Yeah, thanks, Bernie. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, it's not going to be undeniable that the videos are real. I think that there's going to be people that, even if the government were to come out and say that the videos are real, people would just say the government's lying. They really would. That's how broken people's minds are. That's really how broken people's minds are. Even if the government comes out and admits it, people are just going to say the government's lying. Even though it makes sense and nothing else about the story works. Looks like, let's pour one out from Punjabi Batman, guys. Pour one out for him. Rest in peace, my man. Rest in peace. Feels bad. What did they ban this guy for? Nothing, huh? I mean, as far as I know, he didn't do anything. There's nothing he could have done that got him banned. The most likely answer is that they reported him, that the people from this subreddit reported him. Because they were making up fake stuff about him, right? They were trying to get him banned. They literally would talk about getting him banned. People would repeatedly talk about having to get Punjabi Batman banned. Repeatedly. The answer is they probably got him banned. And if you don't think they can get banned, I guarantee you they can. They got me banned several times. Like that's how you know the moderators are in bed with the admins as well. Especially the moderators of this Discord or this subreddit, who's totally obsessed with me. I mean, anybody who's trying to solve the case, they won't allow it, right? I think, let me see here. What's the name of the other one? There's a new subreddit. There's 2 new subreddits, guys. Okay. One of the subreddits is 3 orbs. This is a private subreddit, I think. So if you guys want it in the private subreddit, let me check. I'm a moderator, but I don't do anything on this subreddit. I'm only a moderator in case the moderator gets banned. But if you want to join 3 orbs, this is the private subreddit. You can ask. Although if you do anything on this subreddit, you'll get banned right away. No questions. So if you're a debunker, don't even ask. I know who the debunkers are. If I see them get approved, I'll just ban them. And then what was the other one called? There's an actual open subreddit where I told the person that was from the previous subreddit that got banned that I would promote their thing. What's it called? Let me find it. What is it? It's not that one. MH370 abduction. Here you guys go. This is the new one. So if you want the public one, here's the public one. This is where all the trolls will be joining if we have it. The stock subs are actually pulling weight in the market. Yeah, probably wouldn't surprise me. Okay. Sweet. So I'll leave this up probably somewhere. Either 3 orbs or MH370 abduction. You guys want to join that? Tomorrow sounds like we're gonna have a pretty sick stream with Jeremy. I want to know what Jeremy's thoughts are on this, and Bernie's as well. I hope they read. There's several papers that came out as well that are bringing LK99 back into the spotlight, which means the disinformation will be pouring out pretty soon, most likely. Yeah, Rumble. I'll probably switch over to Rumble at some point, for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, so I hung out with Diamond tonight as well. Diamond's like one of my favorite people. In terms of being a conspiracy theorist, he's one of my favorite conspiracy theorists. This is the flight thing that we're going to be looking into as well, probably tomorrow. Although with the stream tomorrow, it'll be interesting to see how much we get done. But this was a flight in 1970 where they actually have the math. This is what I think is interesting about it. So this plane ends up going like way faster than it should have been able to go. And it almost makes me wonder if there's some specific conditions that can occur, because voltage gets higher the further up you are in the sky. Because the Earth is just a ball of electrons. So it makes me actually wonder if it's possible under the right conditions that you could have space-time itself warp. Not very much, but to a little bit. It doesn't have to warp a lot. Interesting. Hey, Ellie, what's up? Yeah, I mean, we're never going to be able to figure out where the passengers in the plane are. I think tomorrow is 8 o'clock Eastern. That's what we have it booked for, at least. I'll post on my Twitter if you guys follow. Yeah, the Fisherman thing. The Fisherman thing is... Let's talk about the Fisherman thing. This thing goes to show you that all traditional news is just dead, right? Let me sit up right so I don't look like a weirdo. I can't believe this is news. I literally can't believe this is news. It's just like the dumbest crap in the history of the world. Like, just so silly. Fox News is running with it. MSN. Times of India. Which one should we choose, guys? Who do I want to give a click to? Let's give a click to Times of India. I don't want to click for MSN or Fox News. Hey, Amanda, what's up? We got the homies are all in the chat tonight. We probably won't be going too late either tonight because, man, I've been tired. It was a long day, so we were filming all day today. Kind of mostly filming, just doing the same stuff that I do anyway, talking about the evidence, talking about the case, trying to put together a pitch. Maybe we'll make a little YouTube short. I really don't know. I don't know. A seasoned fisherman has recently come forward with a claim. He believes he discovered a part from Malaysian Airlines 9 years ago. He recounts in October of 2014. This is 6 months after the plane went missing. It's not just months. This is 6 months after the plane went missing. He's convinced it was a wing of a commercial airliner. Guys, have you seen how big a wing of a commercial airliner is? Yeah, if you need an invite to the Discord, did I not fulfill all the invites? I might not have fulfilled them all. Oh, boy. Oh, my God, you guys. Okay, well, you guys sent me like another 20 Discord invites, so... Yeah, if you already sent me an email, I'll shoot Discord invites out before I go to sleep tonight. Huh. It's like, yeah, he just remembered this 9 years later? This is super weird. Also, he's the last surviving member of this boat trip. Like, how old were these people on this boat trip that everybody's dead? It's not like it's been 50 years. It's only 9 years ago. What does he mean? Like, I've looked for a way out of this. Like, what do you mean, man? He literally didn't have to say anything. It was a jet's wing. How big does he think the wings of a 777 are, man? Should we go ahead and look at chat? $64 meters long. Okay, let's just cut it in half because that's the wingspan. It's 100 feet long. Do you see the size of this guy's boat? This guy's size of this guy's boat's not even 100 feet long. They dismissed it and said it was a shipping container. But for some reason, this is making the news. I mean, what? How did someone even find this guy? How does this story even appear? He's at a bar and he's talking about it, and Fox News is like, oh, yeah, let's run with this. What the hell? I'm sitting here on social media blasting it to thousands, tens of thousands of listeners, 100,000 listeners a day, and they don't even mention my stuff. But they're going to talk about some random guy who's in retirement who thinks he drug up part of a wing that's 100 feet long 9 years ago. This, by the way, this website is trash. This website. Let's try. Boy, do we have to click on one of these other ones? There's no evidence. There's no info in this. It's a deep sea trawler. Like, if this is his boat, like, this boat cannot pull up a wing. He dismisses the object was a wing of a small plane. Guys, it's 100 feet long. He's not pulling up a 100-foot long wing. They already dismissed it as a shipping container. I would want them to go search. Because when they don't find it, I want them to come talk to me. Because they're not going to find a plane down there, man. We would have found a debris field if a plane crashed into the ocean. Wing might have even floated. It stretched the net and ripped it. It was too big to get up on the deck. So they actually didn't even get it onto the deck. But he's sure it was a wing, even though they didn't even get it onto the deck. It was obviously a wing from a commercial jet. It was white and obviously not from a military or light plane. It took us all day to get rid of it. I don't know how you would know it's from MH370. No, they're definitely not going to go search. There's 0% chance they're going to go search. I want to read the part about how he was the last surviving person of the boat trip. So there was 4 people on the boat, and they're all dead except for this guy. Why would he be conspiracy theorists? This makes no sense. What conspiracy is he peddling? The official narrative? So we learned that Jeff Wise is actually the person who originated the fake story vilifying the pilots yesterday. Can you believe that? Jeff Wise is the person who vilified the pilots originally. This guy is the biggest source of misinformation about MH370 on the planet. He's tried to vilify the pilot. He tried to claim that the computer, the simulation data matched the flight path. This is the guy responsible for it. Jeff Wise is. He's also responsible for vilifying Blaine Gibson, the guy who found the debris. Jeff Wise is probably one of the biggest CNN. He might define CNN brain. He might actually define CNN brain. His theory is the Russians stole the plane. It's so ludicrous. I don't even know what to say about this guy. I tried to present the fire scenario to him with 19 witnesses, but nope, he's too locked in on completely nonsensical theories that make no sense. There's shipping containers everywhere, but no, it couldn't be that. It must be a wing. Okay. He remembers 9 years ago where it was, too. This is just bizarre, man. What a weird story. He actually got a call back? Oh, this was back then. I mean, I feel like he should get looked into, though. If Ocean Infinity is going to search around under the ocean, they might as well go search on over there. They're not going to find it, but I hope they do. I hope they do. I literally hope they do, man. Okay. So supposedly as well, this guy was like the last surviving member. Some people in Dave Rossi's followers suspect it might be LiPo batteries. What is that? Lithium potassium? Oh, these are smaller batteries. What's a LiPo battery? What is a LiPo battery? There's no answer here. Lithium polymer. Interesting. So sure, I suppose it could be LiPo batteries. So all weather balloons, the chat all the way down. Wait, Joe Rogan yesterday said that we have orb tech. That seems relevant. Chat, it's ASMR stream time. Hold on. Someone give me a clip of Joe Rogan talking about orb tech. That would be pretty spicy. That'd be pretty spicy. I guess we could go to what is it? He has a Reddit, right? If you want to hear a bunch of hate on Joe Rogan, man, dude's website or dude's subreddit like hates him. Is this the one? Bo Nickel? Look at this. Look at this downvotes. Oh, he's MMA? Jesus, man. This is how messed up Reddit is, man. The Joe Rogan subreddit is talking about some guy who's talking about Fox News. Who cares? Tim Dillon. Man, the Joe Rogan subreddit. I've never seen a subreddit that hates people more. Is this the one? I think this is Tim Dillon, right?
Good for, I guess, it incentivizes people to care about space exploration.
Right.
because they're going to pay a lot of money to go up there,
Right.
and that money's going to get utilized to
We need a clip.
discover more things. You know,
We
who
might have to
knows
look
if
into
that's
this chat.
It's a weird argument.
yeah.
Because, like, I feel like, I mean, look, I'm happy that they're exploring space, but I feel like maybe someone should sit down and go, until you guys figure out a better way to get
Yeah.
off the fucking ground,
Yeah.
let's just
chill.
how are we saying no one
Yeah.
should burn carbon fuel? How are we saying
Yeah.
that you can't have gas-powered cars in
can see him talking
California
about
after
it, sure.
2035?
Yeah, find the mark for
Yeah.
me,
How are we saying that
Barry.
while we're shooting off these giant
Yeah.
fucking metal tubes?
Chat, I
of
want you guys to
fucking
go look for
jet
the
fuel
orb.
and
They're
light
pretty
on
much talking about it
fire?
here.
It's literally burning in the sky.
I think that's the reward when you have $1 billion is to
What is he wearing here? What is this? It looks like he's wearing a muumuu.
you want to think you can leave.
Yeah.
That seems
Can you imagine, guys, if I showed up to Joe Rogan wearing this? If I just had furs all over me. What's up, Joe? I got my furs.
to be the reward. It's these guys going like, we don't have it quite figured out yet, but they're like, God, it might be nice if I could leave.
Pretty funny. Yeah, this fur coat is out of this world for sure. This fur coat's got the orb tech going on. Joe Rogan, Tim Dillon. It's a very odd fashion choice. Hmm. This looks like some sketchy website that's stealing his stuff. Yeah, so if you guys can find me a clip, it looks like it's 2.5 hours. I'm not going to dig through it. Is he flaming gay? Who cares, honestly, but curious. Feather boa? Yeah. Lipos are more prone to thermal runaway? Interesting. Yeah, is that a pelt? Honestly, I'm getting tired of podcasts. It may sound weird. Getting kind of tired of them. It's been a lot. I think we've done like 60. In fact, maybe we can work on that real quick. I'm just gonna look at my list here, okay? I'm gonna start adding names to this. When do you guys think that we were on Kim Iverson? There, Kim Iverson. Then we did InfoWars. Jackie DeVoy. Germ, did he ever even send me a thing? I'm not sure if Germ ever even sent it to me. Germ, Generation Z. Schizotopia. Elijah Schaefer. Oh boy, we did a lot. UAP podcast part 2. Man in America. We did we had a space with Jake Chansley. Guys, we have 2 more weeks to go. Quite frankly. Jimmy Corsetti. This is when the Cloud Debunk came out. That was already almost 2 weeks ago. Elizabeth Lane. I don't know where her thing is. A lot of these people never got back to me with their stuff. Investigate Earth. Part 4. Jeez, man. At the mic with Keith. People told me that Zaytep was talking smack about me afterwards. That's kind of rude. Questions you're afraid to ask. Drunk turkey. Blurry creatures. Chris Leto, part 2. Ben Kelly. We'll call it Stephen Greer Space, since it wasn't really about us. But we were a speaker, which was pretty neat. There's at least like 3 or 4 unaccounted ones in here, right? MUFON OC. And then, damn, man. That is a lot of appearances, man. That is a lot of appearances. And I think some are missing. It's a lot of appearances. Fashion keeps growing. Pieces of the plane will show up. Jack trading, you've got it. Not QAnon shaman anymore. Now it's America's shaman. There is no QAnon. Let's at least just give the man his, give the man some respect. Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked the MUFON presentation. I think it was pretty good. Should we watch the Bob Lazar interview from the 90s? That might be fun. I'm kind of tired. I don't really know if I want to do all the, go through the evidence. Let me look at what I have in my notes here. Yeah, I'm not going to promote the Concrete podcast because he was trying to scam me. Dude was just sketchy as hell, man. The literal day of the Concrete podcast, Danny is sitting here trying to be buddy, like fake buddy with me, trying to ask me what I think we should call the podcast. And he's like, I want to call it like Exposed. And I'm like, okay, dude. I'm like, if you call it something like Exposed or some clickbait title, I'm not going to promote it. I told him straight up. He's like, okay, well, what if I called it like Revealed? And I'm like, okay, sure, man. I'm like, whatever you want to do, just call it whatever you want, man. It's your podcast, right? I remember I was in the tub when he's calling me. He called me like 3 times. And so I'm like, okay, just call it whatever you want to call it, right? And sure enough, I see the title. It's like, Ashton, exposed by VFX artist. And I'm just like, okay, dude. I'm like, come on, man. And that's why I actually watched it. That was one of the only the podcasts I've watched in live. And the weird part too is he pulled the fake break thing on me. Like he was trying to get me to say like, oh yeah, it felt like he was trying to get me to say like, oh yeah, I really think this is fake, and I'm just saying this to like grift people or something. Like that's the only reason why you would do that. He's like, okay, let's take a break, and he takes off the headset, and then he's just still talking. He's still recording. It's like they were trying to get me like uncensored or something, and I'm like, dude, I'm just a normal guy. I'm not lying. Like what? Yeah, the start about pushing me while it was so weird, uncomfortable. He's like, he's trying to get me to like give personal information about when I was living in Singapore. I'm like, why does this matter? Like, why are you asking me weird stuff about this? Like, I feel like somebody told him that like I was a liar or a scammer or something, and he's like desperate to prove it. So I want to be like, dude, you have like people talking about angels and demons and crap on your podcast. What is this? Why is this so offensive? Very weird, man. Very weird, man. So that's why, like, if people do stuff like that, they're not going to get promoted. I'm not going to promote their stuff. Yeah, like, he also gave to Julian imagery from the podcast, which might have been illegal. Because I didn't sign anything that said that he could use it for things outside of the podcast. And he gave it to Julian so that Julian could make the fake thing about how bad I looked. And they selectively edited the part where the corridor crew was there to try to make it look like I was nervous or something when I wasn't at all. And then Julian's like, Ashton's going to get destroyed when on the Concrete podcast. It was just so weird, man. So weird. They set me up from the beginning. Both of them did. That's why for my I think what I'm going to do is for my favorite stream of the year for the end of the year, I'm going to post the space we did with them. I'm going to post the space of them because I think everybody should watch the space with those guys to see what they're really like. Very bizarre, man. I'm also not going to promote the Lore Lodge stuff here. I'm going to delete that as well. Lore Lodge guys just went so off the deep end, man. Like, once they got super butthurt, too, that was like, whenever you try to get butthurt, like, when people are like, oh, just, you were rude to me, whatever. Like, okay, man, bye. I'm your guest. Bye. What? The Y files talk to me about me? Wait, what? Somebody mentioned this. We might have to check this out, guys. So we can either check out Bob Lazar. Did anyone find the timestamp of the Tim Dillon, Joe Rogan thing? If anyone can find the timestamp on this, let me know. Oh, there it is. He got it. Okay, let me make some notes so I don't forget here on some stuff. Y files, Bob Lazar. He says it starts at about 2 hours, 3 minutes. Okay, we're stuck watching this ad, huh? I don't have any sound anyway. Do you guys hear anything? Yeah, the Lore Lodge guys are just kids. That's the problem, right? They're just kids. They haven't grown up yet. Y files will be good. They'll at least give it I'd be surprised if they do anything that seems dishonest, right?
Hotel on the moon? We're going to lose it.
How close is the planet that's closest to us that can sustain life? We don't know.
That's a good question.
Wait, where does fur go? He took his furs off?
I think they're all really far. Like years
I'm going to take a bite of this
at
real
light
quick.
speed.
So we're not getting anywhere.
So here we go. He's talking about it. Years at light speed. Exactly. The nearest one is 4 light years away. It's Alpha Centauri, right? Okay. So in order for beings to get to us from another planet, the nearest star is 4 light years away. 4 years at the speed of light. We have to be able to go faster than the speed of light.
It depends on what kind of propulsion system we have currently available. See, what we're using now is we light things on fire and it pushes us forward. Like I was saying about like the rocket ships, like every time they go up, like how much carbon are they burning? Like what the fuck are they doing? Like how much of that is
See, Joe Rogan and I would have a
trying
really
to
good
stop
conversation.
global warming? What are we doing? Shooting rockets?
Right.
What's the big deal here?
Right.
If they can develop some new propulsion system, and I think this is my theory. I think that's what all this UAP shit is all about.
What's UAP?
What's UAP?
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Gotcha.
It's the new way of saying UFO.
Gotcha.
When you're hearing all these disclosure
We might need to
talks
clip that.
and
What
all
was
this
that?
stuff, I think
203?
two things are happening simultaneously. I think it's highly likely that there is intelligent life that's aware of us from somewhere else, and I bet they visited, and I would if I was them. I also think that the government probably has in its possession some new form of propulsion
we're
that
definitely
it uses
clipping
for
this.
drones that is insanely sophisticated and above and beyond what we think is currently available. Some gravity-based propulsion system. And that's what a lot of these pilots are seeing. That's why these things move in ways that no one has ever seen before.
We're clipping
That's
this.
why they can go into the ocean. That's why they can shoot through the sky. I think there's some kind of wacky drone that we've developed.
It's probably true.
When they're telling you it's aliens, that's the moment I stop thinking it's aliens.
I love Joe Rogan.
It's aliens.
Joe Rogan, we need to talk.
Yeah, that's a great point.
We need to talk, Joe Rogan.
You're all in on
This is
aliens,
fire.
and then when they're like, hey, it's aliens, we're like, fuck you, it's not aliens.
I'm like, nah.
There's no way you're being honest with we've just decided to be honest with you.
For the first time?
Right.
Yeah.
This is
if
spicy.
it was aliens and they did have aliens, they would
How far
say
does
it was
this?
their
How long does
shit.
this go?
They're just trying to, I guess you're right, just kind of see what this technology can do.
Also, it's a great way to get people off your trail. If you just say, look, there's aliens. You know, we have no idea where these crafts are coming from. They're
Ooh,
from
this is
other
good.
worlds.
Right. These planets that can sustain life that are
I think they stole it from me. I may
light
have
years
emailed
away,
it to them.
that we're
Richard.
unable to
Let's find out
reach.
where the closest one is.
Yeah, where is this planet?
Where's the closest
Come on,
planet
man.
that's
It's
in
four,
the Goldilocks
4 light
zone?
years away. Oh,
They
in the
found
Goldilocks
that,
zone?
like they had this one planet that I think they were trying to call
think
it
that's-
Earth 2 or something like
Yeah.
that. But it's theorized because we don't really have the actual ability to get to that planet and like have high speed
Right.
drones that get
Wait,
Save big on tough Toyota.
Does he talk about orbs or is that it? That's about it? Okay, got it. So I'm going to clip that, though. That was good. That was really good. Good find, Barry. Good find. That's the kind of clip that's going to get hundreds of thousands of views. That's a good clip. I think I'm going to clip it from when he starts talking about the distance as well. Everybody's saying the same stuff. It's just think logically, folks. Like, it's too far. Speed of light's too slow. Even Diamond and I were talking about it today.
we're gonna lose it.
How close is the planet that's closest to us that can sustain life? We don't know.
That's a good question. I think they're all really far, like years at light speed.
So we're not getting anywhere.
It depends
I think it's
on
about
what kind of
two-
propulsion system we
two
have
of
currently
right.
available. See, what we're using now is all we light things on fire and it
Figure out
pushes
where
us
we're gonna
forward.
Clip this.
Like I was saying about like the rocket ships, like every time they go up, like how much carbon are they burning? Like what the fuck are they doing? Like how much of that is effect? Like, if we're
Right.
trying to stop global warming, what are we doing? Shooting rockets?
Right.
What's the big deal here?
Right.
If they can develop some new propulsion system,
Okay, this is where we're clipping it. So 245,
I
202.45.
think this is my theory. I think that's what all this UAP shit is all about. You know, I think
What's UAP?
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
probably
Gotcha.
It's a new way of
45,
saying UFO.
Gotcha.
When you're hearing all these disclosure talks and all this stuff, I think two things are happening simultaneously. I think it's highly likely that there is intelligent life that's aware of us from somewhere else, and I bet they visited, and I would if I was them. I also think that the government
I
probably
watched some of
has in its possession some
Grush.
new form of propulsion that it uses for drones that is insanely sophisticated and above and beyond what we think is currently available. Some gravity-based propulsion system. And that's what a lot of these pilots are seeing. That's why these things move in ways that no one has ever seen before. That's why they can go into the ocean. That's why they can shoot through the sky. I think there's
Right.
some
1
kind
minute
of
clip seems
wacky
okay, right?
drone that we've developed.
It's probably true.
So I think that's probably where we cut it, right? So I think we just go from 202.45.
If they can develop some new propulsion system,
Okay, so probably 243, let's say.
warming, what are we doing? Shooting rockets?
Right.
What's the big deal here?
Right.
Okay, this is where we clip it for 1 minute. How do we do this? Guess we just clip the whole thing, huh? Like this. Seems fine.
Right.
If they can develop some
it's
new
bad.
propulsion system.
This is bad. There's got to be a better way. I need to get this without the crap in it. I think what we do is this. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm not good at this. 1 second. I think we clip it here. I've got an idea. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Like this. Maybe we don't even clip the whole view, right? We can just clip just Joe Rogan. Like this. Seems fine right that.
If they can develop some new propulsion system, and I think this is my theory. I think that's
Hopefully
what all
this
this UAP shit is all about. You know, I think
What's UAP?
Unidentified aerial phenomena. It's
Gotcha.
the new way of saying UFO.
Gotcha.
When
Yeah,
you're hearing all
whatever
these
sucks, it's
disclosure
fine, no one
talks
cares.
and all this stuff, I think two things are happening simultaneously.
wanna
I think
cut
it's
out some of
highly
the stuff.
likely that
It
there is
won't catch my
intelligent
recording
life
either here. It's
that's
just gonna
aware of
record
us
the sound
from
here.
somewhere else, and I bet they visited, and I would if I was them. I also think that the government probably has in its possession some new form of propulsion that it uses for drones that
Bingo.
is insanely sophisticated and
This is gonna
above
get us
and
copyright
beyond
strikes,
what
but
we think
whatever,
is
I don't
currently
care.
available. Some
Don't care.
gravity-based propulsion system. And that's what a lot of these pilots are seeing. That's why these things move in ways that no one has ever seen before. That's why they can go into the ocean. That's why they can shoot through the sky. I think there's some kind of wacky drone that we've developed.
It's probably true.
When they're telling you it's aliens, that's the moment I stop.
If I have to do, I may have to do this later. I may have messed it up. Let's just take a look and see. How come I not getting no sound? Oh man, no sound. Huh. Weird. Okay, I'll probably take care of that later, guys. I don't want to make you guys watch that, but it's 2:02:45. That's the clip, though, right? 2:02:45 for about till 2:03:45. That's the clip. That's good. Yeah. Kind of weird. Okay. Yeah, imagine the government has that. I mean, they already have the advanced propulsion systems. I mean, he nailed it right there, right? He nailed it. Let's see if we can find the Y files thing. This will definitely get us copyright striked, but whatever. Where did we think the Y files thing was? So that was our live stream, right? Nah, the microphone button doesn't. That's not how the microphone button works. The microphone button's if I want to speak over the top of what's being recorded. It should have caught the audio there. Not sure why it didn't catch the audio. Pretty weird. ASMR stream. Damn, he's got 3 million subscribers. He must be making bank, dude.
Whether you're a professional video editor.
Anyone know when he... Oh, it's a 3-hour stream, folks. Does anyone know when he's going to say it?
One day a drunk ice fisherman drilled a hole in the ice and looked into the hole. A loud voice from above said...
Thing that I hear a lot. 2024 blessing here. But just hold... Stories keep coming up. Or a best friend here any second. There's Michael Wade, and then you... That's the Elgato. Just unplug it right from the back. I'm trying to unmute Gino. It says, can't unmute your guest.
And then the week after that, we're doing an episode on Project 8200, which is really interesting.
And Striders was the first one I brought in.
Anyone know where it is?
My research. You know, I had to check.
Uh-oh, outed myself as a Pokemon fan. Oh, feels bad. Gotta catch them all.
So we're doing near-death experiences. Too hot for YouTube.
It's too hot for YouTube. That is on the podcast. Did you know we have a podcast?
I have some projects for you. I'd like to send you out on.
And then we can't do it on on YouTube, but next Monday on the podcast is going to be our first like original deep dive, and it's going to be on Aleister Crowley, and it is
damn it,
music, sound effects, all of that.
Games,
and then so we're talking immense strength. So the episode is going to be about how falls. I think what cut out.
What are they?
All right, this is Layla, $20. Hey, I'm Layla. Up the Christmas tree, and within screw up as outside cats.
Yeah.
So to them,
he does like that.
It's creation of chemistry.
Even over
the universe 3 feet wide. Take in when you breathe, when you eat.
They must have been doing that.
I hardly watched YouTube before the studio, and then the evening comes.
Oh, he's dedicated.
Weapon. Where is the Ark of the Covenant? Heard that would be fun.
Anyone have any
honest, and the team will tell you I'm not lying. every time I release a video, I'm like, I don't think it's all that good. I don't think this.
Which
is
one's
gonna,
Gino? This guy?
I'm not that happy with it. Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Someone said you mentioned MH370 to me.
Didn't command this. So never seen any story. No, I mute my mic.
Ah.
All right, it's a little bit of shame, my friend. It annoys me when I watch.
I'd be interested if they just dig in. I mean, they've been good on their investigative stuff. They dig deep into the woo, so.
No,
Come on.
1st of October.
Geologists made that phase. It changed directions multiple times. 6,000.
Huh.
Period. Large-scale extinctions took place on our planet on a regular, repeating basis, and that the interval between the extinction events was
26 minutes.
Click down and press more. Guys, I don't know how YouTube works. You can start calling me Ash. I don't give a crap. Oh well, no big deal. You guys want to watch the Bob Lazar stuff? I'm pretty sure we won't get copyright strike for watching that. I'm not going to click on Facebook, that's for sure. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Tomorrow will be our last stream, probably before Christmas. Maybe I'll stream more, but probably not. If I'm streaming more, I'm probably going to be taking it easy for Christmas. I don't really want to work too hard. So this weekend, maybe on Saturday I'll stream, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'll just always stream. Who knows? Who knows? I already filled out the podcast list. You can see it's pretty long. We need to get links to all this stuff. If anyone wants to help with this, feel free. I may post this in my Discord and have somebody come help create links for all this so that I can post it. I think you're only allowed like 20 links per tweet. So this is going to be like several tweets. In fact, there's more Alien Addict ones here too. I did 4 parts with Alien Addict. So probably like Alien Addict number 3. And then there's probably like an Alien Addict number 4 down here somewhere. So yes, I've been busy, folks. Ooh, somebody found the stream, 107.45. Well, where'd it go? Now we got to go back. Now we got to go back, folks. And yes, I haven't paid for YouTube Premium or whatever it is yet. Nice, Farmer Justin. Yeah, I want to be in a foxhole with you, buddy. We would just snipe people for days. Vasily Zaitsev style. Doesn't matter what the odds are, my man. We don't listen to the odds. 107.36.
Well, I'd like to talk about the Malaysian Flight 370, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
Ooh.
No, because we're going to do a podcast on it.
Oh, we are?
Yes. Sorry, Gino.
Yeah.
I added some great video in our archives for it.
Ooh. Great video in his archives.
Did you pull some video?
Pulled some video. Something very interesting happened this week that will become part of it. But a large influencer, Kim.com, put up $100,000 to debunk the videos or show the videos without the UFO orbs flying around it. As much as he could find, he can't find anyone who could debunk this.
Wow,
it's true.
Okay, we'll cover that.
This.
All right, Emerald.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's not bad. I'm a little bit worried about it. What does this emoji mean? Hot, drinky, hot drink, spicy. Yeah, screw the trolls, folks. Screw the trolls. Yeah, Rogan, we're going to clip that Rogan thing. I'm going to post that tomorrow morning, probably. Probably post that tomorrow morning. Yeah, the Kim.com thing is old news. Man, these guys are not caught up to speed. It's all good, though. Bob Lazar original video. How do we find the original video? Oh, here it is. You guys want to watch the original Bob Lazar video? That's pretty fun. I don't think we're going to get copyright strike for this, but we might. What the hell? Sound, please. You guys hear anything? I don't hear anything. What the hell is this?
Dennis, whose real name... The interview had been set up at the last minute. Dennis, whose real name is Bob Lazar, met our news unit in front of the home of John Lear, put on a microphone, then sent shockwaves through UFO circles. Lazar recalls what was going through his mind at the time.
It was a very frightening moment. It was certainly not a comfortable thing to do.
Within days, the story of the Dennis interview had traveled around the world. Busloads of the saucer curious descended on the outskirts of Area 51. The little town of Rachel became a hub of ET enthusiasm, and the search was on for the true identity of the man in the shadows.
Well, this is awful. Whatever this is just straight up awful. Whatever that was is garbage. Where's the original video? I want to watch the original Bob Lazar video. What the? It was 1989. Holy shit. Here we go.
30 years ago today, KLAS aired a...
30 years ago, man. So this was 1919?
Alien technology.
We have a reactor. This technology does not...
Here we go.
System is in the propulsion system.
So he thought he was going to be a superhero, huh? This was 30 years ago, man. 30 years ago. I believe Bob Lazar, actually. It's just too weird. What do you guys think he faked all this? I mean, granted, I've been the victim of various hoaxes, but he really, if he's been lying for 30 years, man, he's really clung to that, to the lie, huh?
System is a gravity propulsion system. The power source is an anti...
I'm going to mute myself for a second and eat this sandwich here. Did Sean Ryan interview Bob Lazar? Maybe they'll interview me in 30 years, guys. Guys, if they are not going to reveal anti-grav tech for 30 years, it doesn't feel like we have a good chance of them admitting to it anytime soon. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mute myself here. Before I do that, I want to hear you guys' opinions. Tell me what your opinions are on Bob Lazar while we listen to this, okay? Do all your psychoanalysis on what you think is going on here, okay? I want to hear it all. The good and the bad. Let's do it.
Matter reactor. This technology does not exist at all.
The claims sounded like Hollywood sci-fi. Months later, when his identity was revealed, Bob Lazar said he worked at a secret facility near Groom Lake, where alien technology was being reverse engineered, that is, taken apart to figure out how it worked and whether the Pentagon could duplicate it. This is the simple drawing he made at the time.
Here now, I had access and was permitted to view and look at the operation of this main level with the gravity amplifiers and the level below.
The premise seems less preposterous now. In a new documentary about Lazar, he describes in detail the spacecraft he worked on 30 years ago.
The craft that I worked on, that when it's going to travel a long distance, that is how it operates. It flies along and it puts its belly to the target and then brings all the amplifiers to power, and it shoots off in that direction. It doesn't fly as it would in the science fiction movies. It flies with the belly, the bottom forward.
If the description of a spacecraft tilting sounds familiar, Take a look at the so-called Gimbal UFO, a video released by the Pentagon in 2017. Naval pilots encountered a fleet of these unknown craft off the coast of Florida in 2015 and have since had dozens of similar encounters. The spike in UFO incidents prompted a recent policy change by the Navy, which announced it wants to encourage its pilots to report future incidents. Pentagon officials reluctantly admit.
Now, guys, Mick West says it's just a balloon or something. What does Mick West say? He says this is a plane flying away. God, guys, Mick West might be the worst human being on the face of the earth. Absolute worst human being on the face of the earth. Just unbelievable, man. He's definitely not that stupid. There's no way. It's a plane flying away.
Florida in 2015 and have since had dozens of similar encounters. The spike in UFO incidents.
This is why I hated Mick West even before all this stuff. I didn't even know, but when they declassify footage, then he's out here trying to like build like weird systems in his garage to try to claim that what's been declassified isn't real. Not making any sense, man. Just like delusion. One sec.
And without deceleration. So we have a craft without rotors, without heat signatures, without plumes, without tail fins, and certainly no tail number, moving in a way that is counterintuitive to our own aeronautics. When Bob saw that, he came to the conclusion this has to be a gravity-propelled craft. It's rotating. That it does mimic exactly the propulsion system that Bob Lazar described.
Jeremy
Corbell directed the Lazar documentary, but he also broke the story about another now famous UFO incident, the 2004 Tic Tac encounter. The Navy pilot who engaged the Tic Tac, Black Aces commander Dave Fravor, has said he doesn't believe the astonishing craft was made on Earth, that the propulsion might be anti-gravity. When Lazar was shown the Tic Tac video for the first time, it immediately reminded him of the Sport model, his name for the craft stashed in the desert.
Wow. There's no question in my mind. I mean, I'm virtually certain that's the way the craft operated, and that uses or the exact same propulsion system.
Former Pentagon intelligence officer Lou Elizondo was in charge of ATIP, the secret Pentagon
Never trust a guy who doesn't have a neck, guys. Never trust a guy without a neck.
Study. He told us one goal of the project was to determine the physics of UFOs, how they can achieve the seemingly impossible. The military came to believe the craft relied on special metamaterials, stuff that can't be made with known technology. Lazar made similar claims decades ago and was ridiculed. Now the Pentagon...
I could see myself being the next Lazar, honestly. I know that sounds super egotistical, but I could see them in like 20 years being like, yep, turns out Ashton was right. We really can teleport stuff. Ashton was telling people that we could do it 20 years ago. Got ridiculed for it. Totally attacked by a bunch of weirdo VFX wannabes. Everyone was saying it was VFX. Turns out it was real. That's what happened to MH370.
One is on the same page.
Where the study of
magnesium, bismuth, zinc, guys. Magnesium, bismuth, zinc layers.
UFOs did not end in 1969 with Project Blue Book. In fact, that was a lie.
Anyone who has
it is now
no neck,
an
I'm sorry.
admitted lie by our own Pentagon. We are living in a world where it is understood that there are craft technologically advanced from unknown origin.
Should we check and see how Stan Friedman debunked Bob Lazar?
Far exceed anything of human technology.
Did he actually debunk Bob Lazar, or did he just discredit Bob Lazar? Big difference. Big difference. Let's find out. I think I watched the Stanton Friedman thing. Bob Lazar, Stanton Friedman. How did he I'm pretty sure all Stanton Friedman did was attack his credibility through his education that was missing, right? Yeah, I mean, he literally built a rocket car. Yeah, people knew him on camera. I don't know. The Bob Lazar stuff's weird, man. There's literally a news article talking about him building a rocket car. I don't get it. Oh, here we go. I found it. Proof Bob Lazar's lying. This should be fun. Well, so much for that. That was a WordPress anyway, so 2 years ago. Huh. Friedman was wrong about this one. I think we have to be a lot more skeptical of what debunkers say, guys. Bob Lazar W2. Oops, I don't want to lose this. Yeah, didn't he have W2s? Which thing are we looking at Bob Lazar? I don't know why we're going on to Bob Lazar or down the rabbit hole of Bob Lazar today, but whatever. Kind of keeping it easy. I worked really hard, did a lot of stuff today, man. I'm wiped out. Yeah. Not going to find any truth on Reddit. That's pretty sure about that. Which of these things is the W2 thing? The thing I'm skeptical about is, what is it, Lyria or Element 115? I'm just not sure we need Element 115 for all this. I mean, he had a W-2 from the Department of Naval Intelligence. Seems pretty good. Doesn't that seem pretty good? Oh, you want to look at images? Oh, yeah. I mean, looks pretty good to me, guys. Looks pretty good to me. This is a W-2. He was definitely there. Definitely got paid by them, that's for sure. What year is this? Okay. I guess it's somebody who has me blocked. Oh, it's this guy, yeah. Richard Geldrick. Well, maybe now I don't believe it. This Richard Geldrick guy is a complete loser. Complete loser. Obsessed with me. I feel bad for a lot of the people in the UFO community because they're never going to get what they want.
People who
disclosure is never going to happen.
Each other in their stories of being
it's all just a big game.
Right. They met with
it's all a big game.
They were taken on trips to the backside of the moon by aliens.
Yeah.
The next guy would say, well, I went to Jupiter and so forth.
I watched this interview.
And this was a limited
I think he got it wrong.
People to contact.
The problem is he had like the original CNN brain, guys. He had the original CNN brain. Like this was the time where everyone would believe the news would tell the truth and the government would lie to you.
These, as they were called, they had their own subculture.
This is from what, like the 90s?
One of the people involved with that movement, Gabriel Green, died in 2001. He even ran for president on a ticket.
When does this originally
UFO
post?
contactee?
Stan Friedman died like a while back, right?
Since then, though, we have people ostensibly with credentials who are frauds and who have glommed onto pop culture.
He died in 2019.
Two that come to mind. Robert Scott Lazar, supposedly a nuclear physicist with a master's in physics from MIT, a master in electronics from Cal.
We're forcing disclosure pretty hard, but the government's never going to get to us. Without videos like the MH370 videos, we'll never get disclosure.
Figured out how they work using element 115.
That's really what it comes down to.
It's a long, detailed story. You can buy the video.
Yeah, eat them up. I haven't seen you before, but I like the words that you're saying.
I did a lot of checking on Bob. I tried to meet with him
Superconductors
twice.
can likely allow high voltage to be produced without high heating that can provide gravity waves. Exactly. It's all about superconductors.
I checked at MIT. I checked at Caltech. Neither one ever heard of them. Well, but the government wiped his records clean as the response.
Yeah, glut in the
talked
South.
To the legal counsel at MIT. No way to do that. I talked with the guy who has the...
We're in a situation right now where some people know what the truth is, and a lot of people can't believe that it's real. That's the kind of that's the situation we're in right now. It's pretty wild. And more people are coming to terms with, yes, there has to be other forms of propulsion, right? People are coming to terms with it slowly. It's going to break a lot of people's minds.
Commencement lists and all that sort of thing. No mention of Lazar. None of the yearbooks show Lazar. You need it for a master's thesis. For a master's degree, you need a thesis. I talked to the guy who holds those. No Lazar item there. He was asked publicly, when did you get your master's from MIT? Well, let me see now. I think it was, probably 1982. I have friends who went to MIT. I was accepted there myself, couldn't afford to go out of high school.
Seems like he's kind of guy, like, the thing about the education, I don't know. Like, whether or not he actually had the education doesn't really make it doesn't impact the claims that he made, right?
And
that's part of the problem.
Nobody who gets a master's degree in physics from MIT doesn't know what year he got it in.
Yeah, like, this is CNN brain. That's the problem right now, right? Is that it's all about credentialism. Well, I know, which schools did he go to? It's like, I don't care about that. I was
asked to name some of his
I want to know
professors.
if he worked at Area 51.
Well,
like, we've talked to people like Dave Rossi, right? He doesn't have a PhD. He actually works on advanced propulsion. He's a DoD contractor. You don't need to have any magical credentials. You just need to know how to make a gravity wave.
See now.
Yeah, stigma is killing people for sure in this
he
field.
named somebody, Bill, somebody, I won't use his name on the air. I checked on him. It was not a common name, fortunately. He was a physicist. The only trouble is, Bob said he would remember him from Caltech. This individual, Bill, never taught at Caltech. He only taught...
Never taught at Caltech. I don't know, this just seems weird. Yeah, it's a straw man debunk. Like, the stuff that we want him to look into is actually the stuff about S4 and Area 51. Like, trying to hate on someone for whatever their education is doesn't debunk any of that.
At Pierce Junior College. Now, Bob himself had mentioned Pierce to me on the phone. He did go there. Now, that's in Southern California, and he was going there at the same time that he was supposedly attending MIT, 2,500 miles east of there. One heck of a commute. If you can go to MIT, you don't go to Pierce Junior.
Yeah, like, all this is all just, like, illogical arguments, but it's whatever. Paez is in your Ashton. I don't know what that means.
But beyond that...
Yeah, he's just trolling.
I checked with his high school...
This guy would be on Reddit, like, telling people that everything's fake. I'm sure he's a smart guy. I don't want to hate on people, but...
He finished in the bottom third of his high school class.
He finished in the bottom third of his high school class. What does that mean? Why does that impact these arguments? Okay, I think I've seen enough. Stanton Friedman. That's enough of that. Yeah, I mean, this was the 80s, man. They can just delete your records. They literally don't even have to delete them. They just throw them in the trash, and then they're gone. I think that I don't trust anybody who's a UFO researcher, guys. No offense. No offense, but I think we have legit UFO researchers who have been following us saying nothing about these videos that we've been disclosing, guys. I'm going to show the videos. This one is just incredible. How is this too much for UFO people to get behind? What's the sea lion mean again? I forget what that one means. Guys, what does sea lion mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the people that are always like, Ashton doesn't answer questions or whatever. I mean, you just ignore it. The evidence stands on its own. I mean, how is this not something that Jeremy Corbell wants to look at? This video is more compelling than any video Jeremy Corbell has ever showed in his whole life. I just can't get around that. Why are UFO people looking at this going, this is too hard to believe? We're looking at freaking gravity engines here from orbs, man. Well, how are UFO people looking at this going, nope, this is fake? What? We're seeing the real physics of a plane, guys. You want to see what a fake video looks like? Let's compare it to a fake video. Someone made one today. You want to see what it looks like when people use 2023 After Effects? Let's look at what 2023 After Effects look like, guys. Like, can people not tell what a real video versus a fake video looks like? This is 2023 After Effects. The plane's not realistic at all. It literally just looks like a model floating. The turn is just completely wrong. I don't even know what's going on with these orbs here. The clouds look extremely fake. They don't look at all realistic. The whole thing clearly is a model over the top of it. The plane moving through the sky doesn't even look like a plane moving through the sky. The tracking of the plane also doesn't look realistic. It looks like they just set up a thing to have it randomly zoom around. Like, it's not like you're going to overshoot it this way. There's no shake whatsoever. Even the fuzz in the background doesn't match. Like, this, I'm supposed to believe that this is supposed to be a real plane? Guys, like, even this, whatever this is supposed to be here, isn't even close to what the real orbs look like, because the real orbs actually follow science. This is just somebody's little dot that they made with little fuzz coming out of it. And they did this while they were copying the real video. Imagine if somebody did this from scratch, right? The plane is like literally just floating through the sky. I mean, this to me goes to show you that at bare minimum what we're looking at is one of the best works of art ever, if it's an actual fake video, right? And if it's real, well, then obviously we should be preparing for what this means. Does this camera shake like not enough to convince people? The heat signatures in the orbs while they're spinning around with the forward-facing gravity engine? Imagine thinking that that's even remotely close to our real video. The weirdest part is the comments of the Redditors who are like, this proves how easy it is. What? 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 Look at this zap. Look at this zap. Look at this. I don't know exactly what a portal is supposed to look like or a macroscopic phase conjugation, but I can see the tail coming out of this thing. I also don't know where like Ken and some of the other people are talking about how you can see the plane afterwards. There's no plane after this, guys. What are we talking about? Where are the people talking about they can see the plane? There's no plane anywhere in here. People are like, oh, you can see where they blurred the plane out. What are you talking about? Plane's gone, man. Plane's gone. It's like, look at these orbs compared to the others. And when you zoom in on them, you can see the heat signature as well. It's like, how do people really think this is fake, huh? If this is fake, I want to meet the people who did it. Yeah, the camera shake is extremely telling because it's extremely accurate. Now look at the orb heat signatures here, spinning on their axis. Converges, causes a singularity, poof. And the craziest part is this matches up with electrical engineering. Like, we can explain the science too. That's the wildest part. We can explain the science. This is too much for UFOologists, apparently. I mean, yeah, it is beautiful. It's literally beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Poof. The center heat signature can be the fire. I don't think it's fire actively. I think it's just hot smoke billowing out of the plane from the air conditioning units. But it could be. If for some reason the landing gear was on fire, could be. But I think the most likely scenario is that the forward cargo bays that are insulated, where the lithium batteries were, that's what exploded. Took out the damage to the electronics bay, which is right in front of it. It's not necessarily high energy. Although what's happening is that if like what Salvatore Pais says is true, then what's happening here is they're breaking the Schwinger limit. They're producing or amplifying energy to such a degree that it's breaking down the vacuum of space-time. I think the more logical explanation is what it's able to do is this endothermic event is a cold event, and it's able to free the electrons from the plane, causing the entire plane to become superconductive. And now the electrons break free and form a matter wave around the plane. And then that's what's causing this phase transition of the entire plane itself. Seems hard to believe, but yeah. And I think these things are like acting like magnets, right? Magnets that have the same polarity. If you were to jam them together, just breaks the Schwinger limit, boom. That's what it feels like. I don't know. That's just what my gut says. I don't understand electrical engineering well enough yet. Yeah, nobody is smart enough to come up with this. Like, it takes too much requirements of science to explain it. And the engineering part, like, the biggest thing when I watched that fake video is, like, just the plane. The plane is clearly flying in accurate speeds. You can just tell, like, when you look at it, it's accurate, right? This is the accurate turn of a plane while in descent. People mapped it out. It's actually maxing out the capabilities of a 777-200. The guy's recreation of it looks like crap, right? It's like just a crappy model. This, you can see the size of the plane changes. He has to zoom in, sees it better, zooms in again, sees it a little bit better. Like, this is an actual plane flying. Some people can say that they think they destroyed it. The problem with it being destroyed is, where does the energy go? Bob Grenier said that basically there's like a small percentage chance that this is being annihilated, and that the like, because you can't create or destroy anything, right? It just changes forms. So if that's the case, the energy has to go somewhere, or it has to turn into mass. So where does it go, right? That's the problem about that scenario. And why destroy it too? Because we know it's a fire scenario. I mean, we can see the smoke billowing out of this plane. So why are they destroying it? All they have to do is just let it crash. Just let it crash into the ocean. Things gone. Right? I mean, these videos are just incredible, man. Incredible. That's why I'm certain this part here, where like the heat signature is changing and warping, especially as the shake of the camera happens. Like, it's like, oh, this would be easy. Like, VFX people, like Reddit brainers, are just, this would be easy, but of course nobody can do it. Look how fast in real time it happens in like under a second. Under 1 second, it's just gone. So fast our eyes can't even catch it. Look at that. Completely encompassed. Cold phase transitions. Is this the azimuth right here? Is this the azimuth being formed? This is like what? If the engineers would say this is the breakdown of the fabric of space-time right here. The physicists would say that this plane itself is undergoing a phase state transition itself, and this is the byproduct. I can't tell who's right, the physicists or the engineers. Not sure. This would take like 5 minutes. It's just creating the storyboard, just to make the storyboard, guys. So keep in mind, this would be like, the debunkers are just so dim-witted. Just to create the storyboard for this is going to take you several days. Just to come up with a story. Okay, we've got a drone tracking the plane, and we got satellite tracking it, and we're going to have the plane be making a banking turn, descending. We're going to have cumulus clouds in the background. All this stuff would take so long just to create like a 1 minute video. This takes all night for us. We remember when we worked on the catastrophic disclosure storyboard? It takes like all night. Now people are talking about making 2 videos. Like, they don't even understand the prerequisites. Reddit brain people have the everything is so easy, but no one can do it scenario case, right? I tell you what, try to do it from scratch. Try to make this from scratch without copying anything. Tell me how long it takes, right? Just, it's like, wow. Yeah, the clouds seem to match in both videos too. We posted one of the videos. What was that one video? I Forgot about that one. We might have to retweet that post. It was before all the cloud crap. This one's good too. Clouds accurately being illuminated. What's this one? Someone was trying to show me there's optical lensing, but I just couldn't see it. There's some kind of distortion that happens, but it's too small. What's this? This was all the videos put together from different sources. What's this one? This is the VFX. Taylor. I need to save this video. Set off. Blast waves. Oh, we're gonna watch this one again.
Give you my best silly wild ass.
Please do stay tuned in that way. We got a lot going on.
Can I give you my best silly wild ass guess?
Okay, sure.
Somehow somebody opened up an interdimensional portal in that plane, went through it, and we don't know where it is or where it's going to come out at, but somehow it's lost for the time being. It will be found again. It fell in a hole.
Okay.
The way he smiles here at the end creeps me out. Creeps me out. I've already tracked the orb movements with tracers. We've already got that done. That's somewhere in here too. We've already done everything you guys could imagine. She's like, okay. Smiling. He's like, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Oh, here it is. Here's the synced up one. Look at this. You can tell the clouds match. So you can see the drone is back here. And it's seeing the same cloud that this plane is seeing right here. In fact, this also means the perspective is so angled that this plane is actually in front of the cloud here. This plane is actually in front of this cloud. These clouds are actually over here. It's from the angle of the satellite. We might actually be able to work out the angle of the satellite from this. This means it's really far away. Because this is an optical illusion. This cloud's actually not on the other side of the plane here. The plane's flying above this cloud. And the drone's able to see it. And then here, the drone's seeing this next cloud. I mean, you sync them up and it matches. Look at that. Look at that. So the satellite's looking down from super far away, right? And so this plane is actually on the other side of this cloud, but the angle is giving it the distortion that makes it look like it's not. Is that right? And the drone is actually what? Below the plane? Lower than the altitude of the plane looking up? Yeah. The drone is lower than the altitude of the plane looking up. And here it looks like the drone is over here, right? So it's looking over here. And this is why the drone is able to see this cloud right here in the background, which is this cloud right here. Yeah, I mean, that's the drone's like right here, guys. The drone's looking up at the plane right where my mouse is. Look at this. Drone's right here. You can pretty much tell where the drone is. No clouds because the drone's like right here. Plane gets here. It's in front of actually in front of the cloud here, but the angle is being deceptive. And this is why we begin to see it right here. See the cloud? Can you even see this? I mean, it looks like the exact same cloud. It might even be going through the cloud in the drone video. Might be like right next to it. Gets to this lull point here where there's no cloud, so that's why you see this. And now the drone's looking at an angle here. And then it's going to get to where this cloud is, where now it's going to be able to see it from the angle in a second. Yep. So it's looking over here, so it's like right here somewhere. Seems pretty accurate to me, guys. What do you guys think? Seems pretty accurate. I don't know. Pretty wild. Yeah, it's a lot of detail to put into a fake video, man. A lot of detail. I mean, it's like perfect synchronization, right? It's wild. Yeah, and the lithium-ion battery fires. What was that one called? I'm going to put this into my other videos thing because that one's a good one. What's this one? This one's a little too fast. Okay, I'm going to go to sleep, I think, guys. I'm going to post that Joe Rogan clip in the morning. Yeah, that one was flipped. That drone, that one I just showed, the drone was flipped so it matched the perspective. Because otherwise the perspective would have been backwards. So the drone one was flipped on that last one I just showed you guys intentionally so that you have the same perspective on both. Because one's looking from one way, right? So like my phone here is the plane, right? The satellite's looking down this way, right? And then the drone's looking at from this way. So you have to flip the drone in order to have similar perspectives, which is what they did on the last one. Pretty wild, right? What was King Friction saying? You say it's accurate based on the positioning of the satellite? Yeah, I mean, maybe let's look at that real quick. Yeah, I mean, look how far the satellite is. So that angle is going to be really stretched. I mean, I think it's accurate, man. Yeah, I mean, look how that stretch the angle is going to be from that far. Makes sense. Plane's turning here. Yeah. Keep in mind, this is probably not accurate to how far up it is. It's 900 kilometers, but pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah, I think it's pretty bang on as well. These might be off by a minute at most, but otherwise these are pretty much dead on. The satellite video was first, which makes sense. So, whoops, satellite high quality. Makes sense because the satellite video, I mean, you can see the subtle movement. You can even see it, just like Chris Leto said. You can see the water changing as well. You can see the water stuff moving here. You can see these clouds kind of naturally moving subtly. It makes sense because the drone's cropped out. They didn't even think they had to release the other one. King Fiction, you just have to email me, King Fiction. Email me at mh370x@proton.me. Tell me like your name or something, and I will give you a Discord invite. No trolling in my Discord. If I even suspect you being weird or anything like that, you'll be booted. But as long as you're a normal person, it's no big deal. I mean, you can see the white caps disappear. some of this distortion might be the citric session. The problem is each perspective is so minimal. I mean, you can see these clouds moving here, though. These clouds, like here, you can see it pretty clearly. I mean, just look when I move the mouse. Like, just look at these clouds right here, right where my mouse is down here. Look, watch these clouds, guys. Ready? Watch these clouds where my mouse is down here. You can see them changing. You can see them changing. Look at that. All I have to do is move the mouse, and you can see these clouds right here changing. These like very light clouds. Look at that. There's not movement. What are people talking about? There's not movement. Not look at. I literally just had to move the mouse. You can see the movement all throughout here. Just watch this area right here. Watch the movement. What are they talking about? Yes, so to be real with you guys, when you join the Discord, I'm only going to say this once before I log out. When you get your invite to the Discord, you must verify right away. If you do not verify right away, the Discord boots you. So if you don't know what that means, you need to go to the verified channel and you need to verify. Then you need to introduce yourself. You don't have to tell me your real name in the Discord, but you got to introduce yourself. Yeah, what do you guys think the next big fake debunk is going to be? We've already had 2 people falsely claim they made the videos, which obviously one of them's lying, if not both of them, because they can't all have made the videos. None of them have any evidence, of course. So what's the next fake debunk? Look at the clouds moving, man. You look at all this over here too. I mean, everywhere you look, you can see the clouds moving. Doesn't mean they're moving fast. I mean, clouds, yeah. Yeah, at this point, even if a debunker came forward or a hoaxer came forward, I'd really be skeptical. I mean, they've had a lot of time to come forward and collect 150,000. Now they would come forward. I'm going to be skeptical. I mean, look at the zap. Look at the zap. Look how the zap accurately illuminates the clouds. Huh. Yeah, the orbs are consistent between both videos, so I'll play the side by side. Keep in mind the side by side's like not perfectly synced up. But it's synced up within like a quarter of a second. It's synced up within like a quarter of a second. I should sit up more, not slouch over. Oh. Keep in mind, you're looking from 2 completely different perspectives and 2 different frame rates as well. People think that the orbs aren't moving in the satellite video because they get confused on the fact that it's in a ring formation and it's only 6 frames per second. Yeah, you can't tell cloud movement when you're flying. It's basically impossible. Yeah, the corridor people are idiots. There's no simple way to put it. They're actual morons. There's no nice way to beat around the bush. That Nico guy and the other guy, they're absolute morons. They're just total idiots. It's really all it comes down to. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if those guys don't even do VFX. Wouldn't surprise me if they literally don't even do VFX, if they just pay people to do it for them. I'm glad they've learned how to grift Zoomers with cheesy, crappy videos, though, that have, like, Count Chocula in them and weird stuff. They found their grift, and they make money at it, so congratulations to them, but they're just idiots. Yeah, tomorrow should be good. The corridor crew said that the light on the zap didn't accurately illuminate the clouds. I was like, what is he talking about? Danny Jones gets mad at me because I'm sitting here like, dude, he's wrong. I mean, it's not a matter of like arrogance. It's like, look at the zap. It accurately illuminates the clouds. What is he talking about? Even the debunkers agree that it accurately illuminates the clouds. All you do is just do this, and you can see that the zap accurately illuminates the clouds. It's not rocket science. It's not even rocket science. Just look at it. Oh man, they're like, they're sitting there like, and there's a light source. They're trying to say it's daytime. I'm like, where's the light source coming from? I'm like, look at the clouds. Tell me where's the light source coming from. I'm like, where are the shadows? Do you see any shadows? Nope, no shadows. Danny Jones is like idiot producer guy is like, well, it's darker down here. I'm like, yes, because there's more IR radiation at the top of the clouds. It's not shadow. My God, man. It's like, why is there not sun? If there's a sun that's beaming down on the clouds, why is it not on this cloud right here? Why is this cloud darker than this cloud, which is clearly in the open? There's no shadow. I would have respected it more if they were like, no, this is a computer program. It's been a computer program. That's why. Because, like, there's no directional sunlight. There's no directional sunlight anywhere. You just ask people, where's the sun? Where do you think the sun is? Where do you think the sun is? Why is if it's coming from the east, why is this cloud not lit up? If it's coming from the west, why is this cloud not lit up? Is the sun coming from straight down? Why are these clouds not lit up? Diamond thing's going to come out tomorrow, so we might do a live watching of that, guys. Yeah. Nah, you're right, guys. The Reddit version looks more real. Obviously, it's easy to fake. I asked the guy if he would stream him making it, because I don't think it only took him 5 hours either. I want to watch him stream it, make it. Well, this is creepy as hell. This is creepy as hell. Lex Friedman, the dream. Never gonna happen, I guess. Never gonna happen. Perfect recreation, guys. Perfect recreation. The way the plane turns here is so silly, dude. So silly looking. Like, this just goes to show you that even with 2023 technology, you can't even get close to faking these. Not even close. Do they think that this camera shift is accurate? And then it just locks in? It locks in on the plane? This is actually the perfect example here of why it's not faked. Whenever you fake a video, like, it's exactly perfectly in the center, just like this guy made it like this, right? It's not like when our videos where it goes off the screen, on the screen, naturally, right? He tries to, like, fake it by, like, having it, like, just zoom around randomly, right? Like, zoom around randomly and then instantly put it in the center of the screen. Boom. Locks in. The turn of the plane also just doesn't look real at all. I mean, that honestly tells me what I learned from that is that the Top Gun Maverick person is definitely real. That Top Gun Maverick person's real. Because what they explained was that the faking the plane, the hardest part of faking the video is the accurate movement of the plane and the speed of the plane. And yes, that's a 747. Yeah, it's a 747. I think they had some reason why they used a 747. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, but that was a 747, not a 777. I mean, I think there's some reason why. I'm not sure what that reason is, but and the zap is like just the fakest looking thing ever. The zap is just like a shadow. It's a shadow that they used. I know I should have sent my love letter. No, I think it might have creeped Lex out. I probably creeped him out a little too much as it is. So, okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm tired. It's already getting late. I need to honestly get some real sleep tonight. So, just want to go ahead and appreciate you guys for following along tonight, hanging out with us, being here. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. I think we will probably talk tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to definitely have the Diamond podcast going tomorrow, so you guys can check that out. I'll probably be in the live stream for it. It's only about 45 minutes. It's not too long, but it's a good one. We talk about the debunks in the Diamond podcast. We talk about the fisherman who found the piece of the wing. Diamond's one of my favorite people, frankly. I would probably talk to that guy a lot. I like the Alien Addict guys. They're fun, man. Yeah, leave some cookies out for Santa, folks. Have a great night. Guys, we'll talk soon, okay? Peace.